Sponges have come such a long way from being little latex wedges that left streaks across a face to incredibly handy tools in makeup today. There are several shapes in such luring colors you might confuse them for cake or candy, but they deliver incredible finishes and serve specific purposes when used right. These are wedge sponges. These sponges are usually found held together in a disc or in a square, and they can be separated as little triangles. They are great for using as disposables. While they're handy to keep in your kit, they don't deliver the best performance, and because of their straight edges, they do tend to leave streaks if one is not careful to blend them out thoroughly. What I do like about these sponges, although you need to be very careful in the application, is that they have these really nice edges that you can reach, precisely to little corners. These are great sponges for disposable purposes, so you keep them and you need them for an emergency. They're awesome because there's really not a great way of cleaning these sponges, so once you use them, you can toss them away. These are oval sponges, and they're thick and flat and have rounded edges that make them ideal for application of cream products. When you're using an oval sponge, make sure that it's slightly damp because that way it will help smooth the application of your foundation across the face.
Dabbing on product in small firm dabs would be the most ideal way to use these sponges.
The thing with sponges is you must always remember to dab versus pull down a product like this, because dabbing gives it a better consistency over the face. What I like about these oval sponges is that they're quite thick and rounded, so they're not difficult to use, and you can fit them into the corners, like around the nose, under the eye. And the flatter portion you can use across the face, like wider portions of the face like the cheeks.
While sponges are a very convenient tool for any makeup artist, I still do believe that they do not deliver the range of finishes that brushes do. But that does not mean I don't subscribe to their use. They are very handy and fabulous when you have heavy days at work with several faces to make up and you need clean tools for each person.
These are beauty blenders, and with the arrival of these beauties in the market, most other sponges have been discarded. The beauty blender sponges need to be used damp. Lesser dampness delivers more opaque finish, and more dampness delivers a more sheer finish in application of cream or liquid products. The rounded and tapered shape makes blending easy and also helps apply product in corners of the eyes, around the eyes and the under eye area. With beauty blenders, you can get different finishes. When you saturate the sponge with a lot of water, you get a sheer finish. But if you don't use too much water and keep the sponge just damp, you get a more opaque finish. I'm going to show you both finishes of this sponge on her face on either side. As you can see, the finish is opaque enough to even have covered her freckles. You can use the bottom, which is slightly flatter, for the bigger areas of the face. And you can use the tapered bits for the really specific deeper parts of the face or corners. For the next kind of application, you can saturate your sponge with water, make it completely wet. Now what this will give you is a shearer effect on the application.
As with all sponges, dabbing to apply and blend is a better technique than drawing the sponge or blender across the face. Use all the angles and flat surfaces of the tool to achieve precision and reach with the product.
So as you can see, we've achieved two finishes with the same sponge. This with a saturated application because it was less damp. And this side, you'll find a shearer application because the sponge was damper. These powder puffs are super handy little staples in a makeup kit. They can be used both to pat a powder on or to dab off excess and keep a face matte. Makeup artists also use them to protect from getting their fingerprints on a made-up face during the eye makeup application. The puff is really convenient. You can stick your fingers in so it doesn't move much. And all you need to do is dab on. Make sure that you use the rounded edges to go into the little corners and use the flatter side of the puff to dab on a powder on flatter surfaces of the face. The thing with sponges is that due to high chances of bacterial infection due to dampness, one must remember to maintain them by washing them and sanitizing them frequently, ideally after every use. They do need a lot of love, but you will find that having a bunch of sponges in your kit will help with achieving different finishes with just one tool.